Friends, today's the topic 14, assessment. It's going to go through everything you learned in topic 14, which is basically graphing and data. We'll go through and try to knock this out, make sure you get everything done. It's a lot. You have 845, 846, 847, 848, 849, and 850. So it's a lot to get done. Take it home as a study guide. First thing, name. I would staple them all together. It says Pam has 3 pennies, 2 nickels, 8 dimes, and 9 quarters. Show this data in the bar graph below. So you have to graph important information. Underline it. 5 pennies, 2 nickels, 8 dimes, 9 quarters. Graph, 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 graph. Different colors would be great. Pencil is fine as well. Don't put X's. Please color them in. It says use the bar graph you made above. Pam spent 5 of her dimes to buy an apple. How many dimes does she have left? Well, if she started with 8 dimes and she spends 5, that's key information that you can underline. How many does she have left? In each sentence about the picture graph correct, you have to choose yes or no if the sentence is correct, yes or no. So it says first thing, 7 students voted for tennis. Well, look, each one of the people favorite camp activity for tennis. 16 voted in all. We'll count them all up. All of them. 2 more students voted for swimming than crafts. Swimming, crafts. Compare them. And then 3 fewer students voted for tennis than crafts. Tennis, crafts. 3 fewer. Compare these two. Pause it. Make sure you circle yes or no there. On the back, it says, how many more tickets did Kendra sell than Leon? You're looking at bar graph. Again, still on bar graphs. Kendra than Leon. How many more? How many more is subtraction? So here's Kendra. Here's Leon. 11, 6. Complete the table in the line plot. Use a centimeter ruler. Measure the length of the crayon. Here's your centimeter rule right here. Measure it. And fill it in, how many centimeters it was, and put it right here. Now you have to graph this in a line plot. Well, let's see. Let's measure this. Looks like it is 6. Now you can start with, okay, any 4s? Just 1. Put a dot above it. Cross that one out. Any 5s? I see 2. 1, 2. Fill in the line plot, please. It says, what is the difference in the length between the shortest and longest crayon? Well, shortest and longest. Well, 7's the difference between the shortest and longest. The longest is 8. Shortest is 4. Got to find the biggest and the smallest and subtract them. Go ahead and pause that. Fill in the rest of your line plot based off of this. Cross them out as you do it. There's the 2 5s. Fill in the rest of them. 847. So Scott is making a picture graph from the data in the tally chart. How many symbols should he draw in the bottom row? Now, apple has it. Banana has it. Pear has it. Orange. Oh, well, smiley faces. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, draw them in right here. And then find how many orange has. Color it in down here. Pretty simple on that one. This is when it gets, you just got to make sure the reading aspect of this is what gets tricky. It says Mary gets new stamps every month. In April, she had 4 new stamps. In May, she had 5. In June, she had 6. And in July, she had 7. The bar graph shows the number of stamps she collects each month. Which stamps are true? Choose all that apply. All that apply usually means more than 1. Mary collects 1 more stamp in May than she does in April. Well, May, April. 1 more in May than April? So is it true? True, it means yes. If it's yes, color it in. If it's not, leave it blank. Mary collects 2 fewer stamps in June than she does in July. June, July. 2 fewer. Mary collects a total of 11 stamps in May and June. June, May. Adding those 2 together. And last but not least, and you can pause them after each one of them, Mary collects one additional stamp each month from May to July. May, June, July. Does she collect one more stamp each month? Yes or no? Pause those, fill them in on the back. It says use a tally chart to complete the picture graph, and use the picture graph to solve the problems. Well, you got to use flowers. You got to take this information about roses, daisies, tulips, and lilies and color flowers in for the pictograph. It says how many students voted for lilies. That's a flower. And then which flower is the least favorite? It's the smallest, least. There's your key information. It helps if you circle those. Use the line plot and the numbers on the cards to complete each sentence. So these answers, 3, 4, 5, and 7, are going to go down here. 3 pencils are blank inches long. The longest pencil is blank inches. The shortest pencil is blank inches. And the difference between the shortest and the longest pencil is shortest, longest. You're going to have to use one of these 2 times. FYI. So that takes care of this. Pause it, fill them in, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Last page. It says school surveys over here. Some students asked their classmates different questions. George asked about their favorite lunches. Well, tacos, pizzas, hamburgers, and salads. So use this information here to color in your bar graph. Now take that and use check marks to figure out the pictograph. Well, taco is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then now answer some questions about this and this and this. All this data is the same data. Here's your table, here's your bar graph, here's your pictograph, here's your answers about the information. How many students chose salad as their favorite lunch? That's pretty easy. You just find salad. Count. Which lunch is the favorite of the most students? Which one has the most? Which one has the most? Look at these 3. Which one has the most? They're all the same. And how would the bar graph change if 2 more students chose taco? Well, how would it change if 2 more students had tacos? How would it change? You have to describe how it would change. I would say that for this one, it says taco would go from, and tell me what it would go from. From what to what? Is it getting bigger or smaller? Pause it, fill that in. 850. It says write and solve a math story about the favorite lunch graphs you made. So here's tacos and pizza and hamburger and salad. Write an addition or subtraction problem about the favorite lunches. So you're going to have to flip it over and write a subtraction. And then down here, you have to solve it. So you could say something along the lines of how many more students liked hamburgers than pizza, or how many pizza and tacos in all. A lot of ways to go with it. But again, write a story problem on the back here in words, solve it down here. And then explain. So you're going to have to not just write an equation, you're going to have to write I added because, or I subtracted because. And then last but not least, it says Gina asked her classmates to measure the length of their favorite storybook in inches. She recorded their measurements in the table. So here they all are. Use the table to make a line plot. So you're going to need a line plot. First thing to do on a line plot is you're going to have to figure out where the numbers range from. I see 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. Ooh, I see a 6. Ooh, I almost missed that. So I see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And if you run out of room, erase and fix it. There's your line plot. Now you have to put dots above them. Start with the 6 and see if there's any 6s. Scan down the rows, columns. Here's the rows. See 1, 6, cross it out, put 1 there. It says, what is the difference? So fill in the rest of these. You have to do 7s and 8s and 9s and 10s on the line plot. And then it says, what's the difference in length between the longest and shortest? So figure out the longest and the shortest and subtract them, and that's your difference. Any questions, come see me. Make sure you get this done so you can take it home and study.